Kagoshima Adventure Part 3. Presented by Sound Around Nature and Deep Acoustic Production. Let's continue.
Get set, ready, go!
The path meant to be a journey of divine guidance. I believe that some events in life are not mere coincidences but are orchestrated by a divine power leading us toward experiences we are meant to have. My cycling adventure in Japan reinforced this belief in a way I never expected. That day, I was simply following Google Maps to CoCo Ichibanya, eager for a meal. Yet, despite the clear directions, I found myself lost, cycling in circles for an hour. Frustration built up, but eventually, I reached my destination. After enjoying my vegetarian curry rice, I started my way back to the hotel, thinking my adventure for the day was over. However, fate had other plans. Along my return journey, I stopped at Daisenji to take a photo. At that exact moment, a woman approached me and suggested I visit Hongwanji. Had I not been delayed, had I not been led in circles, I would have never met her. Something, perhaps divine intervention, was at play, ensuring that I crossed paths with this woman who told me what I needed to hear. This experience led me to another realization. Why did I choose to cycle in this particular part of Japan? Why was I drawn to a specific museum, where I watched a video that seemed eerily familiar, as if I had lived that story before? Could it be that my soul was revealing fragments of a past life? Perhaps a part of me had been here before, and now, in this lifetime, I was meant to rediscover it. Were these just coincidences? Or was everything meant to happen exactly as it did? I lean towards the latter, that some journeys, no matter how frustrating or unexpected, are guided by a greater force to lead us to the moments and people we are destined to meet. the karmic cycle, debts, repayment, and reincarnation. I believe that the people we meet, whether in fleeting moments or deep relationships, are not random but connected to us through debts from past lives. These debts are not necessarily financial but can be emotional, moral, or spiritual. Our purpose in life is to repay these debts, and in doing so, we pave the way for a smoother and more fortunate next life. However, if we choose greed, selfishness, or refuse to settle our karmic obligations, these debts accumulate. Instead of resolving our past, we add more burdens to our future, leading to increased suffering and hardships in our next reincarnation. This cycle continues until all debts are fully repaid, allowing the soul to progress towards a more peaceful existence. How this connects to spiritual traditions ***. 1. Karmic debts, Hinduism and Buddhism. Just as actions from past lives shape present experiences, our interactions with others are often a reflection of unresolved karma. If we have harmed or helped someone before, we may meet them again in this life to balance that energy. Link, Karma in Buddhism, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/karma_in_Buddhism. 2. Yuanfen, Fated Relationships, Taoism and Chinese Beliefs. Some relationships feel destined because of Yuanfen, a Taoist belief that suggests certain connections are predetermined by past karma. The intensity of these relationships, whether good or bad, depends on the depth of the karmic debt. Link, Yuanfen, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/yuanfen. 3. Samsara, the cycle of rebirth, Hinduism and Buddhism. The repeated cycle of birth, death, and rebirth ensures that unresolved debts do not disappear but instead manifest in new lives. If we do not settle them in this life, we will encounter similar struggles in future incarnations. Link, Samsara, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/% sign E1% sign B9% sign 83% sign C4% sign 81RA. 4. Bardo, the transition between lives, Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhist teachings describe Bardo, the state between death and rebirth, where souls reflect on their past actions and prepare for their next life. The karma carried forward determines the circumstances of the next birth. Link, Bardo, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/bardo. Final thoughts. My belief aligns with the idea that life is a continuous journey of repayment, where our actions shape not only our present but also our future incarnations. Whether through karma, fate, or divine orchestration, the people we meet and the challenges we face are lessons meant to help us clear our debts and progress spiritually. These thoughts have become stronger, especially since I became vegetarian more than 13 years ago. I've also noticed that birds and animals, like cats and dogs, no longer sense my presence as they used to. Before I became vegetarian, birds would fly away and cats would run off even before I was near them. Another thing I've observed is that my sixth sense has become stronger. For example, one morning I suddenly thought of asking a friend, whom I hadn't seen in over 4 years, about her giving birth. Later that evening, I received a message from her saying she had given birth to a healthy baby. Now, I strongly believe that not eating meat helps elevate our spiritual levels and allows us to communicate with other souls in non-physical ways. Do you agree, or are you aware of any theories related to this? 1. Ahimsa, non-violence, and spiritual purity, Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Many ancient traditions, especially Jainism, Hinduism, and Buddhism, emphasize ahimsa, non-violence, believing that abstaining from meat helps purify the soul and elevate spiritual consciousness. Jain monks, for example, practice strict vegetarianism because they believe harming animals creates negative karma that obstructs spiritual growth. 2. Heightened sensitivity and connection to nature, Buddhism and Taoism. Buddhist monks who follow a vegetarian diet often report feeling a deeper connection with nature and animals, as they believe their aura becomes gentler. Taoist practitioners also believe that reducing meat consumption aligns one's energy, qi, with the natural world, making interactions with animals more harmonious. 3. Sixth sense and intuition, spiritual awakening theory. Many spiritual traditions suggest that avoiding animal products lowers the body's energetic density, making the mind clearer and intuition stronger. In your case, experiencing premonitions, such as sensing your friend's childbirth before she contacted you, may be a result of this heightened perception. 4. Vibrational frequency, metaphysical and New Age beliefs. Some metaphysical theories propose that everything vibrates at different frequencies. Meat consumption is believed to carry lower vibrational energy due to the suffering involved in obtaining it. By abstaining from meat, you may have raised your vibrational frequency, making it easier to sense energies and connect with other beings on a spiritual level. 5. Animal awareness and aura changes, esoteric teachings. Animals are highly sensitive to human energy and auras. If your energy has shifted to a more peaceful and non-threatening state, it makes sense that birds, cats, and dogs no longer react to your presence in fear. In some Buddhist and Taoist teachings, it is believed that a compassionate, meat-free lifestyle allows one's aura to become less aggressive, making animals more comfortable around them.
continue.
続く。
Thank you so much for watching